This is a song that won me my first National Calypso Crown. The year was 1988. Song called Killer on the Road. Another weekend party lime, all night it's fet. But now it comes going home time. You tight, but yet, though the little sense you have dictates, you shouldn't take that wheel. You're revving up your engine is no big deal. You feel in such drunken states you've driven home before. Precaution and safety measures you ignore. Don't drive while intoxicated. These rules are so oft neglected. Account for accidents by the score. So once more, when imbibing, don't go driving, or
you'll be just a killer on the road.
When vision is impaired, your judgment will be affected, and
you'll be just a killer on the road.
My friends, when booze give you double vision and you end up in collision, the next day when you get sober, you learn to your grief and horror. You're the latest killer on the road. But then, you're a licensed killer on the road. Amen.
Get alive, get alive.
Be-da, be-da-da. Over here and I. Oh, mommy, you asked me not to judge your ability for driving on the liquor by my capacity. You point out how many accidents take place without the aid of booze. You show me how them drug users also abuse the rules. But even when in full control of one's faculties, there's no guarantee you'll reach your destiny. Accident, my friend, will occur, but you multiply the danger when you go staggering to your car. So if you smoke up, please stay back up, or
you'll be just a killer on the road.
my friend, don't break that seal, then take the wheel, or
you'll be just a killer on the road.
hey, you killing from now, then think your insurance policy could compensate your victim. You potential killer on the road, killer on the road. Amen.
Get alive, get alive.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mommy, oh, mommy, oh. Hear this? Well, this young nurse left her home and family, driving towards work to take up night duty. Foremost in her mind was to go and help the infirm and sick. She didn't know that tonight she wouldn't make it to her shift. Party hopping drunken Joe comes out to spree. Drunk and babbling yet he's cruising at 90. They were on a collision course, yet he did not see the nurse. She didn't know what killed her, what a loss. Until you learn to show concern, hey, you'll be
Just a killer on the road.
so if you're drinking, let your friend do the driving. Hey,
You'll be just a killer on the road.
my friend, if you'd run into a tree, well, that may not bother me, but you're killing innocently. Your victim died horribly. Oh, you senseless killer on the road. But then, you're an expert killer on the road. Amen.
Get alive, get alive.
tip. Though accident will happen, don't be the cause of it. So when you go speeding, overtaking through residential zone, remember the life that you take, it might be your own, your very own. Until legislation get more strict, I find repeated offenders who simply charge a fine. Treat the whole thing as a damn joke, because their license just ain't revoked when caught driving drunk or high on smoke. No doubt, it's time you learn to show concern, or
you'll be just a killer on the road.
remember, undertakers love overtakers, and
You'll be just a killer on the road.
my friend, these simple rules have been tried. By them we should all abide. For when that safety rules you child, you might commit suicide and be your own killer on the road. But then you'll be one less killer on the road. Amen.
Yes, the sounds of the man King Socrates, Killer on the Road. I'm DJ Marisha, and I'm coming to you live and direct from my bunker this evening. Yes, this evening I'm coming to you with a special broadcast. And you folks online, you could thank Brother Kelvin Daly over there in Nevis for this broadcast. Because, you know, when people think that they are bullies and they can go on social media and chat fat, I cannot speak for other individuals, but this DJ will go live at the drop of a dime to respond to anyone. So before we get into the conversation this evening, let me drop my ad and let you folks know. Many of you might be just scrolling this afternoon and running to us and wondering what this program is all about. We are here every Wednesday evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. My final broadcast was just this past Wednesday, the 18th of December. And as I said to your online viewers, I'm done until the 7th of January, 2025. But I happened to be relaxing this afternoon. Between sleep and wake, I had the TV on, and this program came up with Mr. Daly in Nevis, throwing some accusation, and he had the nerve to call this program garbage. He had the nerve to ask Nevisions not to listen to my podcast because I had a guest here on Wednesday that he's not pleased with. Now, whatever went on with Brother Martinez, whether on Nevis and in St. Kitts with anyone, I don't have no beef with Mr. Martinez. As I've said publicly, we have been asking questions about our CBI for God knows how long. The 2022 federal campaign, the CBI was front and center. And even after government change, we were not getting any answers. When questions are asked about the CBI, they are referred to this place, that place, that place. It's like a football they were kicking. So, because of the lawsuit that was filed by the MSR, Mr. Martinez, we get a lot of answers. And I give him credit. I thank him for his service. Well, based on some conversation that's been going on, I figure let the people hear Mr. Martinez for themselves, because, I mean, somewhere along there, there's three sides to a story. There's Mr. Martinez's side, there is the people that was involved with him side, and there's the facts. Something is murky, but the people have a right to hear what Mr. Martinez have to say and make their own decision. So I invited Mr. Martinez to this program. Nobody sent him to me. I invited him. So we're going to get into a conversation in a bit. But just before we get into that conversation, let me play this ad.
Wednesday evenings are heating up. Log on to DJ Marishall's Facebook Live broadcast every Wednesday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. It's a frank and candid exploration into the social, cultural, political, and economic issues affecting our federation. And just in case you missed it, you can also catch the broadcast on his YouTube channel, DJ Marishaw. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube and smash that bell. You will be notified whenever he goes live. DJ Marishaw, every Wednesday evening, Facebook 6 to 8 p.m. or thereafter on his YouTube channel, DJ Marishaw. Log on.
Yes, my good people. As I said earlier, I'm DJ Marisha, and I'm back here with you this evening, not because I want to be here, but I was here relaxing. And for whatever reason, I guess God is walking with me, relaxing with me. I happened to see a live podcast there coming from the Navy's end, something they call Targeter and Targeted, whether Kelvin Daly, their neighbors. I don't have any beef with Mr. Daly, but it appears that Mr. Daly has a beef with DJ Marisha or the DJ Marisha podcast. Now, as I said, he made some comments on this podcast, and I am one of those people. I am not going to sit back and allow anyone to malign me, this program, or anyone in my circle, right? So I am here this evening to respond to Brother Daly. And whoever has his Facebook page, feel free to tag him in this, because this program is specifically for Brother Daly. And this is just a warning shot, because Brother Daly got to understand, DJ Marisha only fire one warning shot. You come at me with any nonsense, you're going to get the full barrel. Double loaded, right? We are all social media gurus or political pundits. We're not going to agree on everything. So, Brother Daly, when you're going to make statement that this program that I run is garbage, so you come here and speak garbage on numerous occasions. You came here and testify and comment how you enjoy this program, and you look forward to coming here and chatting with me. So because we have a little misunderstanding about the way you guys conduct your political business in Nevis, all of a sudden this become garbage. No problem. The online viewers, the thousands of online viewers will decide whether this is garbage or not. But I don't see you have the authority or the power to stop anyone from looking at this program, right? You made a statement this afternoon that you do not know how Mr. Martinez ended up being interviewed by me on Wednesday. It's really neither here or there. It's not really a concern of yours. But for clarity, because I believe in people having information, right? So for clarity, let me make it clear to you this afternoon, Brother Daly. I won't be here long. This is just to clear up some matters that the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, whether home, locally, regionally, internationally, in the diaspora, I want people to have the facts. Mr. Martinez made some statements on this program on Wednesday. I'm not here to fight anybody battle for them here. If for any reason Mr. Martinez made false statements, you all know what you all need to do. I will say to you guys, for starters, I first came into contact with Mr. Martinez on the 10th of August. All right? On the 10th of August, I got a phone call. Anybody look at my top of my page, you could see my number is there. Anyone around the world could pick up a phone and call me, right? And I answer my phone. Doesn't matter who called me, I answer my phone. If you're chatting shit, I don't need to speak to you. I just tell you, listen, not right now, right? But I answer my phone. I don't run from people. So on August 10th of this year, 2024, I received a call from Mr. Martinez. And the call was in relation to something I said on this podcast about the MSR Media Company. My good friend Carbo over there, Nevis, made a statement on my thread about what was being said by some people, that the NIA paid the MSR Media X amount of money during COVID, and they turn around and take that money and come to St. Kitts and bought the OTI. I repeat that in my own way. And Mr. Martinez was online, like many people around the globe. All kind of people listen to this podcast. Thousands of people listen to this podcast. I know the US Justice Department, everybody listen to this podcast. I don't have any reason to lie to anybody. These type of media outlets have been monitored by everybody. This is why when you make false statement, YouTube and Facebook shut you down. You have to try to be honest and consistent with your messaging. So after I made a statement about MSR receive whatever monies from the NIA and turn around using that money to buy the OTI, Mr. Martinez called me and he identified himself. Never met the man before, never heard from him before. And he said to me that he was listening to my podcast and he realized that I'm someone that is honest and fighting for my country and love my country and whatever. But I made a statement that is not factual and he wanted to clear it up. And I asked him basically what he was speaking about. And he explained to me that the monies from the NIA perspective that people is claiming that he received, that paid for the OTI hotel, is false. He explained to me about his investors and the loan that they took in the US and the process of how they get this OTI hotel. He also explained that during the closing, the TDC group of companies apparently owed money to the government, and there was representative at the closing to collect their money straight off the top. Well, we have a government here. We got a prime minister. We had several budgets since 2022. I could be wrong, but I have not heard any report coming from the government side in regards to OTI, TDC owing money to the government, and they recover the money via the sale of the OTI hotel from the MSR group. So basically, all I am doing here on this podcast when I come here on a Wednesday evening is to present the information as I receive it. Once I do my due diligence and it appears on the surface to be factual, I bring it to you, the people. And you make your decision whether or not I am presenting falsehood or not. And I'm quite prepared to pull back and apologize, like I apologized to Mr. Martinez. I said, I am reporting what was coming to me, and based on the information, that is what adds up. So once Mr. Martinez provided the information to me to justify that it was a falsehood, I apologize publicly on this podcast to Mr. Martinez. Now, from August 10th to now, Mr. Martinez and I would say been in communication, because to everything that he have done, whether he filed case in the US, he filed case in St. Kitts, in St. Lucia, to his credit, he wanted to keep me in the loop. He sent me the information. And my good people, when he sent me the information, I thank him for the update, and that's the extent of our conversation. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for the update. Good morning, sir. Thanks for the update. That is the extent of my communication with Mr. Martinez. Now, there's some other information that came to light. We all know the controversy that went on when he came and spoke about, he did a podcast some weeks ago, and he said that based on a meeting with Dr. Douglas, he removed Dr. Douglas from the RICO case and whatever. That was another hot topic in the Federation. Again, when he reached out to me, I asked him to clarify, and he did. And I explained to Mr. Martinez, I said, I am one that thank you for filing the case that you did, because without that case that you filed, Mr. Martinez, the information that we citizens of the Federation has now would have never have it. I have nothing against Prime Minister Joe or the government. All I want is the facts to come to the people and let the people make their decision. I'm not here to bring down government or fight down government. We need to cut out this partisan shit and focus on the country. So here we are. I said to Mr. Martinez, I'm inviting you to the podcast to explain yourself to the citizens because they're confused. I'm getting calls from Canada, England, Morocco, New York, the Virgin Islands, left and right about this matter. And I am not in a position to answer these questions. As I've said time and time again, let the Prime Minister, let the AG, let the government come and talk to you, the people. Because they're the one that has the information. They're the one that has the facts with what's going on. The underselling of the passport, the government had the facts. We campaign on it. This information was provided to me by Mr. Martinez. Letters that was filed already in court is public record. He ain't give me no secrets. The information that he sent to me is in public records in the courts. I came here week after week and I said, there are certain things I prefer not to say on this podcast. Let the Prime Minister, let the government come to you, the people. What I have said over and over again, when some of you hear the names of people that are caught in this web, you are going to hold your head and bawl. Because you are not going to believe the people that you elect into office to take care of your business and the country have done such damage to this Bill of Federation, and that's a fact. If it was not a fact, we would not see a letter coming from the government going to whether investors or agencies that represent investors for them to prove that they pay the full amount of monies. The court records show whatever MSR provided, that yes, there's a matter that needs to be resolved. I am guilty of trying to mitigate and try to avoid this blow up that happened over the last couple of weeks, the last couple of days. I knew what was coming down the pike, and I tried to bring the matter, I brought the matter to the attention of the Prime Minister. How he dealt with the matter, that is his choice, that is at his pay grade. But where DJ Marisha is concerned, I am only here to bring you the facts. I'm not going to be lying either for Mr. Martinez, the Prime Minister, anyone. Whatever God have planned for me, fine. But all I'm going to bring to you is the truth, the honest truth, and nothing but the truth. So, Brother Daly, let's clear up some of your concerns this afternoon. You heard the claim that Mr. Martinez made. And I invite you and Mr. Martinez, you all could join the program right now. Just let me know you want to come on. I send you the link. You can come in and defend yourself. You claim that Mr. Martinez said something about you wanting $10,000 a month, and is a lie. That never happened. I heard Mr. Martinez say it on this program on Wednesday. So if you want to deny that, you got a chance, you could come and deny it. Or you can sue Mr. Martinez. But I don't think the gentleman that I have been communicated with and the gentleman that I met online on Wednesday gonna come and make such a bold statement without having some credibility to it. I am not fighting your fight because you turn out to me to be a very nasty guy. I always treat you with respect, and I will continue to treat you with respect. But you're going to be nasty and dirty after spending over a year on this podcast campaigning for your NRP team, saying how much you enjoy it when I call you. We have done a lot for NRP on this podcast. You're going to come today and call this program garbage? Well, then that means when you came here speaking on this podcast, you are garbage, Mr. Daly. If you're going to call this program garbage and you made so many appearances on this podcast, spent so much time on this podcast, then you're garbage. And this is where I have to give Mr. Martinez a little leeway. Because not too long ago, including the Prime Minister, many of you had this gentleman as the savior of the Federation. The movie Gango who saving us. And as soon as this passport issue explodes, all of a sudden, he's a fraudster. He's a convicted fraudster. Many of you online here chatting shit on Wednesday night. Some of you are convicted criminal as well. Many of you online that is chastising Mr. Martinez and calling him convicted fraudster, you all are convicted criminal as well. The facts are there. And you might have some of you in parliament or wherever, you might not have been charged or been convicted. But you all have defrauded the people of St. Kitts Nevis and have people fighting a fight for you all, defending the wrong because of parties in politics. And when this matter come to a head, they're going to realize what they were fighting for all along was a waste of time because they have been misled. I am not here to mislead anyone. So, Dr. Daly, I just want you to understand something. Let me clarify it. Nobody sent Mr. Martinez to me, from what I know. I made a statement about the MSR hotel and how the money was attained. The gentleman called me and told me I have the false information. No problem. I did my due diligence. He provided me with the information. I correct my statement. That's behind us. Now, you're also asking the visions not to listen to this podcast. According to you, if they are listening to this garbage, then they are not true vision. They should only listen to your podcast. But Brother Daly, I'm going to invite everybody and caution everyone to listen to every radio station, listen to every podcast. Compare the information you're receiving and see what is factual. Listen to Mr. Daly weekly. Whenever they come on, listen to them. Whatever they chatted is up to them, but listen to them. Listen to Andy Mark. Listen to Win FM. Listen to Freedom FM. Listen to ZIZ. Listen to the man Obi Powell. Listen to Curtis Cook. EK. Listen to all of the people out there and make your own decision. What I can assure you, listen to Straight Talk with Patches. I'm not going to come here and mislead you. If something ever comes out to show different to what I have, that I have been misled by Mr. Martinez or the MSR group, I'll come here and deal with it just the same. Like I said, you, the general public, I am not upset with you guys who might have some optimistic situation about what was said on Wednesday, because you guys don't have the information that I have. But what I have, I would prefer that the Prime Minister and his team come to the country and give the country the real deal. It should not be coming from DJ Marisha. DJ Marisha will highlight areas that I think I am in a position to highlight. But the information that I have, I cannot release it to the public. That is up to Martinez, Mr. Martinez, and the government. It's an ethical situation in these. When you're doing these type of podcasts, you got to think not just about your ratings. You got to think about the effect it could have on the country and the community and people as large. You know, let's use a little example. Last week, a young doctor came on Facebook and outlined some situations that she'd been working for 6 weeks and haven't been paid. And I get a whole bunch of phone calls about it. And I try to explain to people. The lady has a point, but her situation is not unique. Many people that start working in the civil service goes through that. Some people take up to a year after a year to get a check. It's not everybody that could handle that. I am here this afternoon, and I got a message from New York. And the person said to me, so, Marisha, you didn't tell me, you killed one again. I said, what are you talking about? You see, you all killed one in St. Peter's last night. I said, partner, I am here all day. I have not heard of anything. He said, well, you don't know. The doctor that was talking on social media last week, she died last night. That's what you're talking about. He said, man, the lady died last night. They said she died in a car accident. And people saying somebody killed her. Again, I cannot substantiate that. While the person speaking to me, I log on to Facebook and I saw the article there from St. Kitts Nevis Time and the picture of the good doctor. My good people, I know what I do here on a Wednesday evening, or even what I'm doing now. Everybody's not going to love what I'm doing. And I'm not going to apologize for bringing the information to you, the citizens, because there has been too much secrecy over the years. I too was lost, listening and believing everything politicians say. 2020 was my wake-up call. And I keep saying to you guys, thank Timothy Harris for bullshitting me and locking me down in quarantine. That's where this program was born. And even at that time, I basically only plan to use this forum to keep myself occupied and to give updates to people what the situation is, that if anyone chooses to travel to St. Kitts, what they would have to deal with. And I was able to help a lot of people through the process. People here locally in St. Kitts. When they call me, they say they have to travel down, whatever. I said, then why you are calling me? Call the officials, them call NEMA, call the task force. They say, no, we don't trust what they're saying. We trust what you're saying. So many people I help. I go online, I do their paperwork. If I was like these criminals that they have here, these agents for the CBI, during COVID, they could have made a lot of money. The amount of people paperwork I had to do online for them. I was in New York. People call me from JFK. They get stuck at the airport. They cannot get out. I have to go online and organize them. People call me from Miami. They get stuck. I got to organize them. Never get a dime for it. Never ask for a dime for it. I know I got a sickness. My sickness is helping people. But that is what was instilled in me by my grandparents. You understand? I have to do right by the citizens of this country. Anyone that is in my life, I have to do right by them. I cannot mislead people. I cannot lie to people. So, Brother Daly, I come this evening to tell you. I cannot tell you what to say and what to do, you know. But when you come on your podcast and DJ Marisha's name is mentioned, be prepared for my response. There's a saying, when you write a letter, prepare to get an answer. You bring my name on your podcast today, unnecessarily. There was no need for it, but you did. If you're pissed off with Mr. Martinez, I'm pretty sure you know how to reach Mr. Martinez. There's people in Nevis who could reach Mr. Martinez. And if you need to get in contact with Mr. Martinez, I can help you because I have his number. But when you're going to come and attack this DJ going to fire back. And many of you who think you all have information and people, I got you all book as well. I choose not to do it because I have decided this podcast is about politicians and them doing the right thing for this country. That's what this podcast is about, not attacking private citizens. But if private citizens choose to attack me, attack this podcast, My good people, it is not going to be easy. You understand? Sparrow did a song some years ago about prophecy. I am going to take a break at this time and sip on a wine and read something that just came in. So let's take a quick listen to this song and I'll be right back.
See and know when politics going wrong, with facts and figures prepared to show, it's better to bite your tongue. To them political boss, who the people trust and get double cross, you're an obstacle to be removed at any cost. Oh, a social conscience is really very dangerous to your health. The awesome strength of the powers that be most certainly will be felt. To tell them that their priorities and performances on the par. It's poetic to hear them describe to you who you are. First of all, you're a megalomaniac, a power seeker, a crazy or a crack, troublemaker. And if you tell them that the economy is no longer in full bloom, then you become a prophet of doom and gloom.
Share the love, share the love.
Complaining every day, the cost of living too high. Still they take all these subsidies away, so man could suffer and die. The situation is much too rough for anyone to ignore, and I know that the people can't take it anymore. But to show you really and truly care is often misunderstood. To express an abiding love for here seldom does any good. The system is far from perfect and most certainly must improve. But to tell them that is a very dangerous move, cause you become wicked and nefarious, counter-revolutionary, disciple of Judas, enemy of the country. You're branded as an imposter, masquerading in borrowed bloom, but everybody know you're a prophet of doom and gloom.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
The fetting is over, back to work, that's what the leader says. But we hearing giggling and plenty jokes, music blasting upstairs. Every day is power outage, unhappy workers on the rampage, and all the food stuff you have spoiling in your fridge. Tell me, when will we have dependable services from T&Tech? And when will Telco and Wasa be able to fix the roads that they wreck? Don't try to rock the ship off state with them stupid questions. So accept the status quo and don't play hero. You're a nation of complainers, not at all enterprising, just a set of belly achers, unjustly criticizing. The weak is Scott and the MV Tobago is in great shape, we must presume. If you say it isn't so, you're a prophet of doom and gloom. Questionable deals made in haste continue to grow and grow. Blatant refusals have replaced the people's right to know. Predictions are made daily to rule for our next century, and all indications are that it may well be. But retrenchment and redundancy beginning to strangle we. Inflation and low productivity don't take over already. The Integrity Commission plan is our next project also run. Every move they make now is to ensure and everything on the savannah. This place vociferous politics. You have to ask yourself which is worse between a schizophrenic baboon, a megalomaniac, and a prophet of doom and gloom.
I want to thank my boy Wheeler, the riding Wheeler, for recommending that song. And my good people, so that when you all leave here this evening, especially Univision, I want you all to make sure that Mr. Kelvin Daly understands who he's dealing with. I did not want to make certain information public because, like I said, there are individuals that are not politicians, that are not candidates, going to get caught up in this mess, and I try my best to avoid it. But if you guys are going to be attacking me for interviewing Mr. Martinez, then let me present to you one of the emails that was sent to me by Mr. Martinez. And I'm going to read it in its full entity because I want people like my boy Alvin Brown understand what took place in Nevis during COVID, who the beneficiaries were. While they praying that they broke, that nothing kept. They was eating healthy while we, the citizens, take knocked out. So this email from Mr. Philip Martinez was sent to Dean Daniel. It was Sissy to Elizabeth Harper, Lee Collindor, Adrian Daniel, and it was blind copied to Premier Brantley. This email was sent on November 9th, 2022 at 10:34 p.m. The topic was MSR rental at Hamilton, right? This was sent to Mr. Daniel. It says, your sister, NRP leader, has posted on Facebook that MSR Media received millions from the NIA and question if the deal is good for Nevis economy. Right? It went on to say, perhaps, this is to Mr. Daniel from Mr. Philip Martinez, perhaps your sister forgets we employ 100 people that we pay 2 to 3 times the minimum wage at our films promotion, and our films promote the island worldwide. Please submit to my lawyer your statements of all the monies you received by MSR Media since we arrived in Nevis. If the NIA deal with MSR is not something good for the Nevis economy, and yours then should pay that money back. I'm pretty sure you guys listen to Mr. Martinez speak on Wednesday, and though his English might not be that clear, you could understand what he writes and what he's saying. He went on to say, please copy Colin Dorr and the NIA and all the money statement received. Colin will also prepare a statement from the Four Seasons for what was paid by the NIA for that deal. Since you and the Four Seasons were our cast and crew, where our cast and crew stays, and ultimately the beneficiary of that NIA MSR deal, it is fair to have a transparent statement of where the money went to pay the accommodation for the deal to promote the island. So people of Nevis can see who were the beneficiaries of the MSR NIA deal. Also, let us know when we can meet with you and your lawyer and MSR lawyer, so we can also discuss another matter that is of great concern to MSR. Also, let us know when we can meet with you and your lawyer and MSR lawyer so that we can discuss other matters. Regards, Philip Martinez. Now, there's also a WhatsApp message that is appeared based on the information. It appeared, came in from the leader of the NRP on November 10th, 2022 at 8:51 a.m. He says, "Good morning, Philippe. I am puzzled that my post, which said nothing negative about MSR, was perceived as such. In fact, my post questioned whether the Premier dropped the ball by not negotiating the necessary arrangement to keep MSR in Nevis. I am not familiar with some of the statements made by you, so I am not in a position to comment on them. I apologize if my post caused any discomfort for the MSR. That was certainly not my intent." Now, these are things that Mr. Martinez spoke about last Wednesday on the program, just this past Wednesday. The gentleman has provided me with documentary evidence to the conversation that he was having. Mr. Daly, whatever went on with you and Mr. Daniel and MSR, that is not my thing. I asked the gentleman to come here to speak to the general public. If you choose not to listen to this podcast, that is your choice. But the general public have a right to the information that they're not receiving from our government or the people that represent us. And I have no other choice but to thank Mr. Martinez for providing me with the relevant information and let the people make a decision. Let the people make a decision whether it's true or not. Because this thing ain't gonna end here. You know? This thing is not going to end here. There's too much lies. And I do not know who are the better liar, but let's take a listen to my boy Nelson.
To see who they will crown as lion champion. Liars from all parts of the West Indies, big shot liars from all them foreign countries. From a feel about 1,000 or so entry in 2 days, he boiled down and leave just 3. I had me eye on liar the lion, because I know he does come with some good ones. But they had a younger fella named Debo, come from some village there in Tobago. He say his father is Tobago's best fisherman. Catch a fisherman wide 80 feet in span. He had to tighten the boat and swim back to land to get his brother Eric to give him a hand. You hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear lie?
Teacher Percy say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die.
Why, sir? Check it out. Liar the lion, he laughed till he sweat. He said, Mr. Debo, ain't say nothing yet. If you really want to hear about fishing, let me blow your mind. Now listen to something. When you're talking about fish, you just hit the spot. I was hoping you did believe it or not. The fish your father caught, to you it was great. But it's them small fish my father does use for bait. Lion went ahead on points in the show, completely eliminated Mr. Debo. The next man to beat was really outrageous. He asked the judges if he could lie first. The judges asked Lion. The lion agreed. Say any topic will pick is alright with me. He outrageous, I strong. Let we meet head on. And when we done, see who head fit to wear the crown. You hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear lie?
Teacher Percy say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die.
Let it go. Let it go. Shook it up. Yeah. The outrageous say that he knew a tailor comes to making suit. The man is the master. If you show him a man coming round a corner, he could make him a suit and don't even measure. A talking about suit, sitting down correct, expertly made and fitting perfect. He used to sew for Shakespeare, make suit for Hamlet, and up to this day yet make a mistake yet. You know the crowd went wild, they couldn't cool down. As a liar, the lion losing the crown. The judges brought the crowd back to order and asked the lion to lie about a tailor. He said, my man is the best, Rolf is his name. Cutting cloth, making suit is his game. Don't show him the man, my tailor is class. Just show him the corner where the fella pass, and he gon' make a suit. That is tailor, you hear like? King liar.
Teacher Percy say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die.
Whip it up. Pick it up. Let it go. Move it up. Let it go.
Teacher Percy say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die. Teacher Percy say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die.
My good people, I want us to understand where we are at this moment in our beloved Federation. The budget season just finished in our beloved St. Kitts, Nevis. Yesterday was the wrap-up. I know the entire country has been crying out for a double or a dividend. I do not know what the final decision was, but I know during the week I heard something about some $250 to each person who making less than $5,000 a month. That is like, to me, an insult. I take it as an insult. If you got a bonus to give to the people, you give the people a bonus. This handout of $250 a month is like asking the little child that you're sending to school to give them their little money for candies. We deal with adults here in our beloved Federation. And a lot of things that is taking place in this country, and you all just go whisper in a corner, whisper, and afraid to speak out. Well, the Jamaican going whisper in a corner, you know. Because based on the information I am seeing, this country was defrauded millions, billions. There are many millionaires right here in our beloved Federation. And to every time there's some stimulus or something pay, they say millions and benefiting. While the poor man on the street buy a domino table, can't buy a drink. I got a problem with it. Small business are suffering. Business are closing down. Next week is Christmas, people struggling. A young man came here earlier, I was there washing some dishes, saying that he have a young child that is sick and he's trying to get some bus fare to go to the hospital with the child. These things are real. These are not things that are made up. These are real things. But we're out there trying to what? Destroy the messenger because you're not satisfied with the message. Man, listen. It might be hard to accept for some of you. But I have listened to our Deputy Prime Minister speaking to me. And I give him test after test after test. And all I get from that gentleman is lies. It don't take me a minute. I was just up by Alfredo's there some days ago, where he said to me, he got there every day for lunch. By the time I reached inside to Alfredo's, it was discarded that they haven't seen him there for since he been elected. Maybe one time. Lies. When I questioned Mr. Martinez about what he's saying, he showed me documents. He sent me documents. He sent me emails. He sent me WhatsApps. There's voice notes and recording out there, as you all know. I do not believe that this gentleman going to go as far as he have been lying. Like I just say, children might not bring the story straight, but there's some truth in it. Not too long ago, when the well was being dug in Keon, was being drilled in Keon, there was all kind of rumors about the well, there's no water and there ain't gonna be no this and there ain't gonna be no that. I went up and I did a live broadcast. And I told you people, I don't think Prime Minister Joe and the government is that crazy to spend all that money in Keon to put down a building and what they were doing there if there's not water to be used. I don't think the Prime Minister and the government was that crazy to invest that kind of money before being sure that water would be there. I went there and I drank water from that well when it was commissioned. I'm still here. Just the same, I don't believe Mr. Martinez will go through the trouble that he has been through spending the money and time to bring this case if there's not something there to bring. So for those of you who have a problem with Mr. Martinez, that is for you, not for Marisha. Marisha is going to dig as deep as possible. And I'm going to ask Mr. Martinez to continue providing me with whatever information he have that I can bring it to you, the general public. You all make up your own mind whether or not you want to believe it or you want to house the bound down with you in there. But there's some things going on in this country based on the information I am looking at. There's some things going on in this country that you all would not believe has been taking place under our nose. My good people, this problem did not start in 2022 on the 6th of August. That is not where this problem starts. This problem might even start before the farmer administration, I don't know. But what I know for sure is this prison project that the former Prime Minister went into and brag about is the best thing for the Federation has turned out to be the worst thing. It's our nightmare now. 5,500 passports. That means 5,500 new citizens coming into this Federation. The math's not matching up. The numbers does not add up. Instead of you all trying to take down Mr. Martinez, these fraudsters you all have in Parliament chatting shit, them is who you all need to go after. As I said on Wednesday night, I don't recall where the gentleman is from, but I think it's South Africa. World Cup 2007, it was a Labour government. Warner Park is a very small ground. A man hit 6 consecutive 6 over the building over there. He got a piece of land, I understand. I'm not sure if he gets citizenship, but he got a piece of land. Just like that. DJ Marisha went on tour to the Virgin Islands. As a matter of fact, I was not even supposed to be there because the big cricketers, them like Shaolin Williams and Desmond Richards, Lennox Lybert, them boys are much bigger cricketers than me. And down there in the Concoin ground, you got a young boy from Antigua running in bowling like a horse, running them all over the place. Shaolin and all of them get out cheap. DJ Marisha dispatched the ball over the building down by his chest. Give the man 4 consecutive 6 and 2 4s. Me ain't get a drink for it. Me ain't a big cricketer. But when I go down to defend, I defend. I could recall one time I was over in Warner Park, and my boy Cans Edwards and Dwyer was over there, and Dwyer said to me, Marisha, I don't know that you could play cricket. I tell him I can't play cricket. Cricket just play me. But I get lucky sometimes because I got Luther wicket that day. So I could say I get a good batsman. Desmond Hicks are going to St. Croix. He hit me for some couple of fours. But I had his middle stump laying back with a good one. So the situation is we have to be concerned about our country. Some of you are concerned about your party. If your party is destroying the fabric of the country, stand up and tell them, come back. Where you going? Where you going? Right now, I'm kind of confused. If election was to call next month, who should I campaign for? Because just over 2 years ago, it was clear to me that I was pushing for the Labour Party. Well, I was pushing for Dr. Joe, by extension, the Labour Party. I was pushing for NRP and Nevis in the local, not in the federal, because it was clear to me in the federal, the NRP was willing to join with Timothy Harris. And I said, no, I cannot support any party that's going to support Timothy after what was done in those years there. Our people need to wake up and understand. We need to wake up and understand. Put the party politics aside for a minute. Put the selfishness and the transactional arrangement aside for a minute. Let's focus on where we are, where we were, where we're coming from, and where we need to go. I see many men was entrepreneurs before the COVID, businessmen, doing big things. Today they can't afford to buy a drink. They're struggling. People lost their business. Some lost their taxi, lost their buses, lost their girlfriend, lost their wives, lost everything. Don't forget some people lost their lives. While just a chosen few was making off with millions, billions, and our citizenship by investment, our passport. My good people, the thing about it is, I'm not staying here with you all evening this evening. As I said, thank Mr. Daly for the special this evening because I had finished with this thing until January. But if anybody dare test the DJ, disrespect the DJ, as I said, I can come live at the drop of a dime and I will respond. I'm not perfect, but I try to do right by everybody that come into my zone. And until such time that Mr. Martinez show me we have been misled with the information that is provided, I'm going to follow it to the end. We have to be honest with ourselves. We got too much gangsters amongst us. And when they get caught in the gangsterism, they believe the first response is the dirty people name to make themselves look good. You know? But trying to dirty my name ain't gonna stop me from coming here and talk to the people about the factuals. Not gonna stop me. So Mr. Daly, if you think that the things you talk on a Thursday night or on a Saturday afternoon is best, and DJ Marisha is talking garbage, let the facts speak for themselves. Let the general public assess it for themselves. But the problem is, Starship sing a song some years ago about the justice and the old hand. I'm going to let this song respond to you for me. I will not get into a back and forth at this moment.
you think about the situation of justice in our lands? Well, just conviction should be awarded to every man, can't we understand? That punishment or death to a criminal can't be in vain. For if he is jailed for life or they hang him high, he would never disturb next man again. Listen to my song. The position, why should you do wrong? There's no man who could ever be wrong and strong. So if a man commits murder, don't sit there and cry. You just hang him high and let my words condense true sense and go and tell my people that if they create more trouble, they would meet their fate. For old people say that when you're sorry for old hog, what would it do but turn around and go down you get? This advice I took from a story which I heard about a man named Bruno. In the whole of his life he wounded and murdered more than 300 people. But the judge was so biased because it was his best friend that he sent him to jail to penalty of the island so that he could not be condemned. What a big mistake. But Bruno escaped and swam back to shore. His main intention was to kill one more. So he got the judge that sent him to jail and kill his tail. But why should I hang Bruno high, real high, in order to protect other people and prevent further trouble? But judge found out late, real late, that he was sorry for that old hog. So what he do? He turned around and rode down again. A man is caught exploiting the revenue of any island. No police should just want him and set him free because of a high position. No, he should be treated the way they would treat any other man. For the law of constitution was made to govern each and every man that lives on this land, even policeman. Well, the police, they're here to see me the right. This is no time to sit down and no time to take it light. So if a man violates the law, send him by any friend to get his beer shaven. Tell them policemen, even if Daniel is the best friend, to let him remain in the lion's den, let him meet the fate. Don't wait. But when they're sorry for that old hog, what would he do? He'll turn around and go down again. Well, the hearts of man is so desperately wicked, and you know it's true. So you can't afford to let sheer sympathy and goodwill just overcome you. No, if a man violates the law, no matter who he may be, he could be pastor, turner, laborer, commissioner, opinion, to even believe you understand clearly. So take down the man and clean off the head. The same way the jailmen are fed. Otherwise he'll have time to gather more tricks inside his head. Now you clearly know you must go and tell Judge Glasgow. When he catch them, don't let them go. Let them meet their fate. Don't wait. But when he's sorry for them old hogs, what would they do? They'll turn around and root down he gets. Justice should be awarded to every man, whether black, white, rich, or poor.
Yeah, my good people, that's the justice and the old hog there from my brother, King Starshield. Love that guy, man. Good music. You also have one about the vicious circle, you know. A lot of them out there, man. Vicious. We elect them to take care of the country, but they're very vicious.
What is the reason for you to fear that is in their minds is to upraise strife and confusion. But the same does fall on their children, down to the third and fourth generation. Corruption, I say, it could work, but it just can't pay. For most people who are living sky high today got rich in dishonest ways, and living with day from day to day, I can say that if they could hold the key to destruction and upturn this place to confusion, they would strive to do all they can do. So this message I bring to you, especially for them wicked people, and it's not lies. So listen to my cry. If a man spit up to the sky, it must fall straight back in the eye. Some men would even use their position to seduce young women of this nation. Say isn't it wrong? Men coming out of school, trying to get employment, and to be successful, they must be present for interviews at their residence at 8 p.m. instant, or somewhere they never went. I call it a bed and back situation, breeding corruption over the land. But they'll cease from their wicked plan when they understand that the one who holds the key to destruction, someday he'll turn their life to confusion. They continue to seduce my people, but when he see they're getting too far, he would take away the power before they die. So they know it's not lie, that when they spit up to the sky, it must fall straight back in their eye.
Oh yeah. Next one, politicians, they're warning.
Broadcasting and rumors going around, information about wolves in sheep clothing, keeping us down. Just like Jim Jones, the minister over in Guyana, using God's name to make a cover for the land he want to take over. He didn't mind to kill a multitude at one time, after making them sign him as beneficiary of their social security. But not he didn't live to spree his decree. But he do not hold the key to destruction to stop them from shooting him down, or he'd openly let it be me. But the one above has the plan to make all them decisions, and if I lie, oh, he wouldn't have to die when he spit up to the sky and it fall straight back in here.
There you go. Yeah, man.
I do not intrude on no specific man, for when I sing my song, I just sing it from true inspiration. Whatever I do does surely affect me too. For whatever deed that I do, it becomes a vicious circle. Vanity never makes happiness for you, so you should never spoil your future days for vanity which does not pay. For happiness can only be when your mind is free, and you know who holds the key to destruction can make this a happy nation if we strive to do what we should do. That's why this message I bring to you would help us to struggle to let it reach you high. So even if I die here, I spit a blessing up to the sky, let it fall straight back in your eye.
Yes, man, we got to spit that blessing up in the sky, gonna come right back. You know, these wicked people that we have around us, some in government, some out of government, some of our citizens are evil. I can tell you that. I have the experience, I've seen the facts. We got a nation to build and a country to mold. This is my final track before I get out of here with the unofficial anthem of our beloved Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. My good people, as I said, last Wednesday should have been my final show. This evening, hopefully, is my final program for the year. Because, as I said, shit hit the fan. DJ Maui shall be dropping at the drop of a dime. I'll be right here.
2 islands, 1 country, A and B, Antigua, Barbuda.
Like we have lost our sanity and we are ready to sink this country. Tooth Moon and Sam must share the blame for spoiling our country's name. The contributor is really to our nation's downfall. Oh me, oh my, we're not patriotic at all. But I'm fighting together, not among one another, is the only war we should wage. Only sober decision will prove we have come of age. Every citizen to the cause of justice must rise. We must live together and not rationalize. Dedicated to your country, cause with body, mind and soul. We have a nation to win, a nation to win, a country to hold. We have a nation to win, a country to hold.
Oh, yeah.
Where is your sense of loyalty? What is your contribution to your country? None at all.
Where's the concern for the suffering majority? Take gas and strikes do no good for your country.
We have been afraid to make a success of this nation, but we fight and flight, no brain coordination. But are we fighting together, not among one another, is the only war we should wage. Only sober decision could prove we have come of age. Every citizen to the cause of justice must rise. We must live together and not rationalize. Dedicated to your country, cause with body, mind and soul. We have a nation to win, a nation to win, a country to hold. We have a nation to win, a country to hold.
We're too preoccupied with politics. We make our decisions just for kicks.
Various diseases are on the rise. To these and more, we're closing our eyes.
Let's get down to the task of nation building one and all.
And as the anthem says, let me rise to our country's call. When it's fighting together, not among one another, is the only war we should wage. Only sober decisions will prove we have come of age.
Every citizen to the cause of justice must rise. We must live together and not rationalize. Dedicated to your country, cause with body, mind and soul. We have a nation to win, a nation to win, a country to hold. We have a nation to win, a country to hold.
Yeah, Brother Daly, this dedication to you. This is DJ Marisha, letting you know the ball is in your court. If you do not know who you're messing with, and you want to find out the hard way, the ball is in your court. You want to find out how water get into pumpkin belly, iron watermelon, mess with me. I'm waiting patiently, right? You have your issue with Premier Brantley, deal with Premier Brantley. You got your issue with Mr. Martinez, deal with Mr. Martinez. Leave DJ Marisha out of it. Because once you bring me in, I'm going to be batting. And I'm going to be hitting hard. Until such time, my good people, I'll be getting out of here shortly.
Wednesday evenings are heating up. Log on to DJ Marisha's Facebook Live broadcast every Wednesday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. It's a frank and candid exploration into the social, cultural, political, and economic issues affecting our federation. And just in case you missed it, you can also catch the broadcast on his YouTube channel, DJ Marisha. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube and smash that bell. You will be notified whenever he goes live. DJ Marisha, every Wednesday evening, Facebook 6 to 8 p.m. or thereafter on his YouTube channel, DJ Marisha. Log on.
Yes, my good people, for those of you who might think that Mr. Martinez is fooling me, I have been fooled by the politician for some time now. So let somebody else try it. At least Mr. Martinez is providing me with information to support his allegations, his statements. Let the politician live up to that. Let them give me the facts and stop bullshitting me, and we'll be all right. Until such time, I'm going to follow the money. Right about now, I'm going to drop the unofficial anthem of St. Kitts Nevis by the late great King Arrow. This one is called Arise. My good people, music is sweet, but please, check the lyrics. Listen to the lyrics.
Your country dying and never lend a helping hand. Would you see your children's future dwindling, creating much disillusion? Or would we watch on idly, disregarding our self-sufficiency? Maladministration, wrecking all and unification, building a brand new nation. We move on together hand in hand. Rise, citizens, arise. The country is yours, all yours, still yours. Can your conscience be clear? Indulging corruption or misusing public office, being accused of unemployment and crimes, or disrupting a citizen's peace. Oh, my country in disharmony, separated politically. Hatred for a brother cannot love each other. No, I say no, potato. Citizens, let's unite and stand up for rights, all our lives and our lives. Let us reintegrate and correct our mistakes. Reunification, building a brand new nation. We move on together hand in hand. So rise, citizens, arise. The country is yours, all yours, still yours.
Yes, my good people, and that's come to the end of this podcast for today. Like I said, special podcast. I had to come to respond to Mr. Daly. And like I said, Mr. Daly, on Wednesday night, the 18th of December, as part of Mr. Martinez's presentation on my podcast, he claims that you asked for $10,000 per month as a job for you to ease up on your whatever you're doing on social media. That's between you and Mr. Martinez. That have nothing to do with DJ Marisha. So let's put that to rest this evening. The ball is in your court. You come back here with any shit where DJ Marisha is concerned, you're going to get some music, some serious music. Because I have no problem. I have no problem playing the music. Everybody know that I'm a top DJ, and when I present the facts. So, Brother Daly, deal with your premier, deal with Mr. Martinez. Leave DJ Marish out of it. Because once you bring me into the game, it's going to be a serious game of cricket. And that hard ball is not going to be easy. All right? Until such time, people, have a blessed evening, a blessed holiday season, safe holiday season. And I look forward to seeing you guys on January 7th. But anybody start any shit prior to then, you'll be seeing me. So until such time, let's have a good evening.